Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunday Leeds Champions League. Chris here, aka Big Will, and today we have two games for you. We are away against Doncaster and then at home against Southend. And what's happening is the question for today's episode. Following the defeat that we showed in that last episode of 2-0 against South Shields, we have lost our following four games. So we have lost 5 games in a row after only losing 2 or 3 games for the whole campaign prior. And it's just completely fallen apart. And we are now sat down in 10th place in the league. And it's a bit of a problem now because we are chasing a little bit. We are still 3 points, only 3 points off of the playoffs. But for whatever reason, we've just completely fell apart in these last 5 games. And the lack of goals is now becoming apparent. We've only scored 35 goals in 39 games this season, and only Northampton and Chesterfield have scored less than we have. Um, in terms of defensively, we've still got the best defence in the league, incidentally, but we've been in and around the playoffs nearly all season, and all of a sudden we've just fell apart. And I'm not really sure what the answer is. We've had the message in the media that in an old game would say, right, we've got to change formation, which says that the boss is unwilling to experiment. But, you know, we've had a very strong campaign, and I'm very reluctant to change tactically when it's worked so well throughout the course of the season. We have got a couple of injuries. Mulden is injured. It is only a knock, so I'm going to still play him. Well, I say that. Ferdinand's going to have to play. Today. Joselito, we are dropping. He has continued to fail us in front of goal recently, so it's time for us to make a statement and get him out of that starting 11. Own it, we're going to start today ahead of Taylor, and we're going to put Phillips in that attacking midfield role with Oni in the centre. Frith is on the left with Roberts on the right. Harrott gets a rest out front, but he's only scored 1 goal this season. Goal scoring is the biggest concern right now, to be fair. Bedo still isn't fully fit. He's been out injured for quite a while. And Sutton isn't fully fit either. I would very much rather have him in there instead of Drummond. But, it is what it is. We've got to do what we can. And I think that our lack of defensive cover has started to show. We've had a few injuries here and there recently. And unfortunately, yeah, it's just been a little bit much. I don't know what the answer is. Formation wise, I am reluctant to change because obviously we've been very solid throughout the course of the season, but 5 defeats in a row is unacceptable and it has seen us drop to mid table. I would have come back a little bit later, but this is something that needed addressing. And yeah, it's a big, big worry. And obviously, the other side of it today is we are without our main number one goalkeeper. So, big risk taken in today's lineup. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can hopefully just try and find a way to get back to winning ways. And if not winning ways, at least trying to get a point out of the game. Gubajumo looking for the ball forward. Buckley Bembo with the header. McRae into Hewlett. Now Zaworski trying to get round his man, and Roberts unable to keep up with him. And Zaworski's got the cross in here. Hanlon's there at the far post, and that is a really good save from Ferdinand to keep it at 0-0. But this is only a few minutes in, and like I say, based on the last 5 results, I'm not feeling particularly confident. We've been so solid throughout the season. I mean, Joe's just lumped that for no reason whatsoever. And all of a sudden, we're looking completely ragged here as King plays it in and it's come off the post. And Ferdinand again just makes a claim, but we're not. We're looking frantic. We've completely lost our match management and control in the games, and I'm not really sure at the minute what the answer is because, like I say, throughout the course of the season, we have done really well. Frith here with the ball forward. Gubajumo gets there, swings it into that far post. Kian Harrett's there, and he's hit the post. and a very, very close opportunity. But we're straight to the other end with Zaworski now, and he's got support in the area, swung in looking for Hanlon, and Joe does well to head clear. But again, I'm really not sure what the answer is. The teams in and around us have continued to gain points during our run of defeats, and it has put us out of the race for potential promotion as things stand. Obviously, we are rotating a little bit more because of fitness. We've still got games in midweek. And as you can see, defensively, we've just completely lost our shape. Hewlin unmarked, free header, 1-0 to Doncaster. And again, I'm getting very concerned with this. I mean, he's just gone straight in. I mean, Ferdinand, there's not really any blame attached to him. There's not a lot he could have done. But again, we find ourselves behind. And the biggest concern for me is, again, we're not scoring goals. And I don't really know what the answer is. Because again, defensively, yes, we've struggled in our last 5 games with those consecutive defeats. But we're not. We've still got the best defensive record in the league. I mean, the team that are top of the league have conceded 50-odd goals this season. You know, it's very, very odd. But for some reason, all of a sudden, we've just lost the ability to to knuckle down and keep teams just knuckled down. You know, we've just lost that ability to keep things tight. And Hanlon's made it 2 from a free kick now, and perhaps we are going to have to make some changes tactically for this end of the season if we want to get promoted. I mean, it's a great free kick. I mean, Ferdinand, I don't really know what he was doing there, but um, I am very, very concerned. We even did a team meeting before the last league game, and it did nothing, to be quite honest. But again, I'm really not sure what the answer is going to be because we've got the defensive midfielder in there, and again, for the most part, it's been absolutely fine. But I think I just don't know. I mean, we've got poor performances all over the pitch here. I mean, do we push the wingers further forward? Would that help? I don't know. I mean, either way, we're getting crosses into the box, and our strikers aren't scoring goals. um, I mean, tactically, I mean, I'm really unsure what to do at the moment. Um, I mean, if we try and move players forward a little bit, we'll try and push the wingers further forward and go to what we used to do, basically a 4-2-4, and see what happens, I suppose. And Phillips will come off for Joselito, and we'll have 2 up front. It's probably the best option that we've got at the moment, to be honest. Um, and we'll see what happens, I suppose. Um, we'll just go for that in the second half, and we'll go attacking. We've got to do something, and we'll hope for the best, I suppose. It's very unusual, like I say, for me to change tactics. This season we've been so solid, and now we're struggling to find answers to anything. But again, we're bringing Joselito on, and he's our top scorer with just 11 goals this season, and Harrott's only scored once. So the 2 strikers that we've got at the club, they're not capable. And I mean, Roberts rating a 6 now with Frith as a 6.2. We're completely lacking in confidence with everything. Um, we're going to get Dixon Bonner on the left-hand side. We're going to get Wellens on the right, and Balogun, excuse me, can come on up front. But again, we've not really got the out-and-out options in this setup. We've completely changed the front 4 now. and we're not seeing any creativity. Hopefully we will do now. Gabajumo plays it forward. Balogun easily beaten in the air. King now through the centre, plays it to Ford on this right-hand side. Played forward and King almost getting in behind. Joe did well there, and Balogun just drawing the foul from Gortz, but what a strange highlight that was as well. We're going to go very attacking now, and we're going to berate the team because, again, it's completely not good enough. The fact that we're not scoring any goals at all now, but we're all of a sudden the defence just isn't working, is a massive concern. And I think we're just going to have to ride it out. Football Manager can be like this sometimes. They just decide it's not going to be your time. And by the looks of it, there's nothing we can do about it at the moment. And Doncaster just holding on to possession now in the centre of the pitch. Drummond does well to win possession, finds Dixon Bonner. And he plays it into Balogun, and now Gabajumo swings it in looking for Joselito, and Hewlin has got in there. A penalty's been awarded. Apparently that was an handball. What a strange decision from the defender that was. I mean, it's not going to matter realistically. We're into injury time anyway. And Oni is the man that's picked the ball up to try and convert for his first goal for the club. I mean, it'd be nice to get on the score sheet, and he does. Milton Oni with his first goal for the club, but it's too little too late realistically. And it's going to be another very disappointing result by the looks of things. That's 60 feet on the bounce now. Even though we changed tactic, we didn't look any more dangerous either. And I'm at a loss. I am completely at a loss right now. I mean, Patrick Roberts rating a 6. I mean, he's not even tried to get going in the game. It's a very, very poor showing from him. And we're in danger of falling out of the top half of the table here. The game against Southend is in 2 weeks' time, and Doncaster were in the relegation zone. We are absolutely in free fall. And this happened with Curzon Ashton, if you remember, the other season. We're just completely falling apart here. And realistically, I'm looking at 14th place. We're only 3 points ahead of them at the moment. We've got Southend next, who are just below that. It's certainly not ideal. I'm not worried about relegation by any means, but we've really got some thinking to do here, and I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you see, we've got that message again, boss unwilling to experiment. But I'm really not sure what we can do at the moment. Looks like I'm going to have to change tactically, doesn't it? After such a good season, 60 feet on the bounce after only losing 3 games in the previous 34. And now I don't really know what the answer is, but we're just about in touching distance of the playoffs. If we can get a run in these last 6 games, then we've got a chance. But something has got to change, and I'm really not too sure how we're going to go about it. So bear with me. We'll be back for the Southend match, and yeah, who knows? We're going to have to change something. Let's see what happens. Okay, then here we go for the game at home to Southend. We're still sat in 10th place. There's not any other games been played as of yet. It's a big, big match for us today. And I'm just hoping that we can stop this awful rot of results that we've had. We're losing against teams that are right near the bottom of the table. This has to stop now. As such, straight after that game against Doncaster, we have changed tactically. So we are switching things up a little bit. We've changed player roles as well. And we're going for a 4-2-3-1. Out of possession, we're doing the same thing. We've just changed a couple of the roles. So Roberts and in this particular setup, Dixon Bonner and Joselito are going to be staying in and around their positions as outlet options for the rest of the defensive team. But in possession, we've got inside forwards basically. It's a massive uh, it's a massive move realistically. It's getting players in and around Joselito. right now, and I'm hoping that it'll help him just try and find a little bit of form. Um, we are gonna keep things as suggested. The new signings aren't taking place in the team today. They are on the bench though. But again, we've ended up with a couple of little knocks in the team, and it's proven to be a little bit of an awkward situation with them. I would rather have Frith, I think, than Dixon Bonner, to be quite honest, for today. And we'll just see how things develop from there. We've got them as inside forwards. They're going to be supporting Joselito. We've changed both of his roles, well, both of the striker roles. So we've got a poacher, so he'll stay in and around as a goal scoring threat and as an outlet for when we gain possession back on the counter. We've still kept the positive mentality. I'm just hoping we can find a way of getting a result today. Sutton is partnering at centre back with Joe today, with Gubajimo at left back and Noyle at right back as well. And Mulden is back in goal after his little knock that he had for the previous game. And like I say, I'm really not sure whether this is going to work or not. We've had the message come through. We had to change the tactic realistically. And I'm just hoping that we can find a way to stop this rot and get back to winning ways and in with a chance of being in the fight for promotion come the end of the season. Declan Frith launching it long, looking for Patrick Roberts, who couldn't get there. And yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. And I mean, immediately I'm looking at the possession. 70% possession for Southend at the moment. And I mean, they've got a flat back six with two central midfielders and the two strikers. So yeah, I just really I don't want to go overly defensive either. I mean, we're too defensive realistically as is in terms of the way that we've been doing. Defensively, we're still the best defensive team in the league. Frith doing superbly here. He's managed to get into the penalty area and he's fired it in, and it fell for Patrick Roberts and it's deflected out for a corner. I mean, it was a brilliant counter attack in the end. But yeah, tactically, doing the flat back six or flat back seven, it doesn't appeal to me at all. Um, but you know, we'll just have to see what happens. I'm hoping with these inside forwards, it does give it a little bit of extra support to the likes of Joselito, who does get isolated at times, but he's just such a lack of confidence in front of goal at the moment. I mean, he's got the quality for sure, as Cottrell launched it over the top for Hamilton, who smashes it in on the volley, and luckily it was offside. I mean, the defenders were calling for it straight away. But yeah, I'm just hoping we can stem the flow a bit today and find a way just to at least get back to drawing ways, if not winning. Here's Noyle coming down the right hand side. Chance to get it into the penalty area. He's taking a huge deflection, and it's out for a corner. And hopefully, well, the highlights continuing from the set piece. Patrick Roberts is going to take this, and it's swung into the near post, and it's such an easy clearance. He has managed to pick it up again, though. Finds Caddick, plays it into Gubajumo, and there's Declan Frith, free in the penalty area, but again, offside given. It would have only been his second goal of the season. And the thing is, with pushing these wingers forward a little bit more, it may help us in terms of goal scoring, to be quite honest. I'm fully aware of that. But as you can imagine, you can understand why I was reluctant to make the changes when defensively we've been so solid all season. Um, but we just need to find a way to score more goals. And at the minute, we're 0-0 at half time. So we're throwing more players forward a little bit further, and yet it's still not happening for us. I mean, overall, it's not been a bad performance, but again, we're just lacking in front of goal. I mean, Patrick Roberts, again, 6.3 rating for him and for Taylor and for Joselito. It's the forward players again. Defensively, we've not looked particularly troubled so far, but they've had 11 attempts to our 3. We've gone more attacking in terms of our formation, and we've created less opportunities as Hugo put Southend in front. And Oh, dear me. I think I'm just going to have to resign myself to the fact that it's just not going to happen, is it? Don't get me wrong, these next couple of games are tough ones anyway. But again, we've just not looked like getting a goal. And yeah, we've been absolutely battered today. As Sutton finds Caddick. I was about to have a look at substitutions there. Taylor holds on to it, finds Cartwright, and now Frith into Cartwright again. Now Gubajumo down the left-hand side, plays it in, cleared away by Stallard. And again, we're not even competing in the penalty area for opportunities like that. And it's switched to play to Hamilton, and it's two. I mean, it's a good counter-attack from Southend, and they thoroughly deserve it, to be honest. Um, yeah, I I really don't know what to do right now. I really don't. And I mean, they say that I'm unwilling to experiment, and this is what happens when you do, you know? It's extremely frustrating. It really is. I'm just going to revert to type and try and hold up for the rest of the game, to be honest. Because right now, it's looking absolutely dire from my perspective. And we've just not got we've just not got near them at all. Um, yeah, I really don't know what to do at the moment. It's I mean, it's a good finish from Hamilton, but from a general perspective, I mean, what can we do? I've gone back to the other formation because, I mean, well, we may as well at this point. At least we're created chances, you know. Roberts is coming off for Balogun, and I mean, everyone's been shocking, haven't they, realistically? Phillips is going to come on. Oney's going to come on. I mean, to be honest, Cartwright has been one of the better players at a 6.6. I mean, it's just embarrassing, isn't it, really? Um, but yeah, Oni can come on at the base of the midfield. Harrop can come on for Joselito. And yeah, I'm an absolute loss. I mean, to be fair, Cartwright is anxious right now, so Wellens can come on for him. We'll just, yeah, we'll just shut up shop, and just try and see the game out for what it is at the minute. Niall into Balogun down this right hand side. Can he get it into the penalty area? Yes, he can. It's a decent cross to the far post. The keeper punches clear. Wellens finds Declan Frith. He swings it into nobody. Stallard heads clear. Balogun into Wellens now. Back into Noyle. Gets past his man. Swings it into the far post. Declan Frith is there with a really good header off the underside of the crossbar. And we've reverted back to the previous formation, and suddenly we've managed to get back in the game. And yet it's quite odd because this formation's seen us do nothing in the last 6 matches. But Frith with the header, it's only his second of the season. It's embarrassing, really, isn't it? 25 minutes to go. Have we got a chance of getting back into this game? We'll offer some encouragement. And again, immediately we're creating opportunities again. I know we're not seeing highlights from it, but we're creating the chances. And it makes me wonder if it is literally because we're lacking a proper out and out goal scorer up front. Joselito struggled all season for form. Hamilton's in behind again for Southend, and he's scored again. He is offside, though, I think, this time. I think actually that's 2 goals he's had disallowed in this match. But, I mean, we've created twice as many chances since reverting to the normal formation. I think we've just run out of steam. I mean, defensively, we've been so good all season, but we've just lacked up front. We're going to demand a little bit more. Can we find an equaliser? Molden plays it forward. Frith controls. And now Gubajumo at left back plays it forward into Phillips now. Can he get past his man? Yes, he can. He gets out wide here. Swings it in. Harrott was arriving. Dierden doing well to head clear. Wellens. Balogun. Harrott is there. And I think he's offside. And he is. It would have been his third goal of the season. Oh dear. I mean, look at how many chances we've created in the second half. Well, we've completely fell apart again, and we've reverted to type and we've looked better for it. But I think we can pretty much write off the rest of this season. It's another 2 weeks until the next match, by the way. The way that they've formatted the league this season has been very, very bizarre to me. But it is what it is. As things sit, we've dropped down to 11th. And we need to somehow find a winning run to give us a slight chance of playoffs. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen, which is really irritating. And it's a shame because I think we've deserved it for the season we've had. But to lose 7 games in a row, it's relegation form, to be quite honest. And yeah, I mean, there's not really an awful lot that can be done. I'm going to revert to type with the formation that we had before. I think as soon as we changed back to this in that last game, we looked a little bit better. But, you know, I'm really at a loss. We'll just have to see what happens in the coming matches and hope for the best, really, won't we? It's all we can do right now. And yeah, we'll just see where we go from here. And hopefully there'll be some good news at the end of the season. But as things stand, I deem it unlikely. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.